Shopify helps businesses break sales records over the holidays with the world's best converting checkout. Let's hear that one more time. The world's best converting checkout. Shopify's legendary checkout makes it easier for customers to shop on your website, across social media, and everywhere in between. Now that's music to your ears. Any way you spin it, you can be a smash hit with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/records.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hey, what's going on, man? Tyler here with Black Diamond Softball and Fitness. Got a brand new episode of the Foul Daily Show for you. Today, I want to get into the topic of overcoaching, and I also want to talk a little bit about player instincts. I think the two go hand in hand. So when I talk about overcoaching, what I mean is you're that type of coach that has to make a comment on every pitch, every swing, every play, no matter what. And we all know that we're coaching youth athletes or collegiate athletes or wherever you might be in the coaching realm, or we have, you're a parent of an athlete. Imagine every single time you wanted to say something, you had to put $1 in a jar. Or you could save up, maybe 20 reps, and then put that $1 in the jar one time and say, hey, look, a couple of these you were doing this, a couple of these you were doing that. Okay. She's feeling what she's doing. She's knowing what she's doing. She's out there trying to be perfect. She knows she's not going to be perfect. You should also know she's not going to be perfect. So every single play that she goes to make isn't going to be perfect. There's going to be times where it's a complete and utter failure at fielding the ground ball. It's not a complete and utter failure in the grand scheme of things because she's still getting reps and she's able to feel what her body feels like when she doesn't make the play. So early on in that transition, trying to get to a ball, maybe didn't pick it up soon enough off the bat. Maybe it had some spin, wasn't ready for that play or wasn't ready to play the hop. Maybe she should have backed off of it a little bit, let it take that hop to field the ball. Maybe we shouldn't have charged it this time. Maybe we should have. So she's able to get these reads that's going to make her a better ball player when she's 16 versus when she's trying to be the perfect ball player at 12. And you guys see them, they're in your organization. They could be coaches on your team, or they could be a coach that you're playing against. Where after every single pitch, there's a coach saying something. He's making an adjustment to somebody's not down and ready. Hey, you got to hit your spots. You're not striding all the way out. Don't slow down. The catcher, whatever they didn't do whatever. There's always these coaches out there that constantly talk and are constantly putting their kid under the spotlight. Man, there's a lot of pressure on these girls. It doesn't matter how big the game is. They're out there playing, and there's people that are looking at them. So they have to experience it, enough times to where they're comfortable with it. But if every single time they do something wrong, you put them on blast, they're never going to get comfortable with it. They're never going to overcome it. And I know we don't have to treat everybody with, baby gloves and stuff like that, but you at least have to let them build some confidence. Be that person that allows them to go through that and learn from their instincts and what they do naturally. Allow them to mess up and fail, and also allow them to have the confidence to kind of bounce back from it. But they already don't want to fail because they don't want to let themselves down. They don't want to mess up. But now they don't want to fail times 2 because I know as soon as I mess up, one of my coaches is going to correct me right away. I know what I did wrong. I let the ball go between my legs. I didn't keep my glove down, or whatever. My back wasn't flat, or I didn't read it off the bat. Something like they know. Even at 8 years old, 10 years old, they know. So, imagine a kid that has all the instinct in the world, but is still out there getting corrected over every little detail of the game. Man, we're not out there correcting some of these collegiate athletes. Look at their coaches. They're silent. They talk in between innings. They'll tell them, hey, we got to make that play. And the player will be like, I know. And I get it. They're older and they're more experienced and they're still playing the game. But you don't have to overcorrect. You don't have to, tell them every little thing they do wrong. We're not giving batting lessons while we're the third base coach. You got a batter in the box. There's a pitch. It was a ball is in the dirt. You don't have to tell them, hey, get loaded earlier. Or you don't have to correct something. That's one thing as a coach. Sometimes shut up. As a coach, you don't have to correct every little bitty thing that you see. Because I tell you why a lot of coaches do it. Not every coach that does it, but the reason why coaches do this, they want the people that are around them to see how much they know about the game. I see it all the time. Coaches want to be loud. Coaches want to make sure the people in the stands, the other coaches, the other parents, they want to make sure that they know how much I know about the game. Okay? If I see something that was wrong, I'm going to point it out and tell them how to correct it so that the parents know that I know. That's crazy, right? Think about that. Sit and think about that for a second.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Some coaches coach to showcase how much they know versus how well they can develop youth athletes. It's awesome to have a bank of information. Kudos to you. Have a ton of information. But what good does it do if the kid never hears what you're saying? They'll listen to you. They know you're talking, but they don't feel what you're saying. Because everything that they do, you're correcting. You're not allowing that player to have their instincts. You're not allowing that player to be themselves in that moment. Now, don't get me wrong here. I know I've been talking a lot about overcoaching right here. They need to be coached and they need to be taught the right way, but not after every single rep. Imagine you as a mechanic. Every time you turn the wrench, somebody's telling you should have done this, you should have done that. You're out there cutting grass, and your spouse comes out there and tells you, it looks all right, but you could have done it this way. Why are you holding the weed eater this way? Why did you put the stripes this way? Everything that you do is under a microscope. It would get old quick, right? You would get frustrated quick, right? There would be a lot of times you're like, man, screw it. I'm not even going to go out there because somebody's going to say something. I can put this on being a content creator, or somebody's doing podcasts, or somebody that's putting videos and stuff out there. There's always trolls. No matter what, you post something, and it could be someone else's exact vision. It could be exactly how they feel. They will have to say something just to say something. And a lot of coaches are like that too. Could be, you'll hear, I call them echo coaches. And tell me if this is something you guys hear too. Echo coaches. There'll be one coach that says something, right? Hey, good play so-and-so. Immediately after you say good play so-and-so, somebody is coming behind you almost immediately now and saying the same thing. That's the echo coach or an echo parent. You got those too. Echo parents are the ones that have heard a coach say something in the past, so they say it too, not having no idea what it means. Like, for instance, you pulled your head off of it. Does anybody know what that actually means in the grand scheme, like in a swing? Now go out there, don't move any other part of your body, and try to pull your head off of the swing. It's impossible. But what actually happens in that swing to make that quote unquote head come off the ball is your front shoulder leaks out. So as your shoulder gets out of the way to make room for your swing, it throws your head out of the way. So try to pull your shoulder out of the play, or out of the swing, with keeping your head down. You can't. But it's caught on so much that you took your head off of it, or keep your head on it. Well, how about keep that front shoulder in? You don't hear that, but that's actually what needs to happen. You need to keep your front shoulder in on the swing versus keep your head down. You know, so just because someone has said it, we all run with that. That's the echo parents, right? And now, you know, at home, when you're working with a kid on a bucket and we're missing spots and we're trying to correct everything, let her throw 5 or 6. You know, let her work through that. She sees she missed her spot. Let her work through that. As a parent working on the tee, they don't have to have every single swing perfect. They're out there getting their reps in. Let them feel the difference between a good swing and a bad swing. Let them feel the difference between a good pitch and a bad pitch. Let them feel the difference in getting a good lead versus a bad lead. Let them feel the difference when their hips turn right when they're making a play in the field. You know, we do it all the time. We overcoach. And maybe this will help somebody not overcoach. Or maybe this is like that glass shattering moment to when you see it or you hear it. You're like, holy crap, that's what he was talking about. And now I can't unhear it or unsee it. It's one of those things. I'm not saying don't coach. I'm not saying just shut up completely. But I'm saying just maybe back off 50% and see if it changes for you. I know your mouth has got to get dry. That's why you keep that bottle of water with you all the time, because you constantly are talking. Let the kids play. The less you say, the more natural they're going to play. You know, you get all your talking done on the practice field at rep after rep after rep, and you do your corrections. But man, if you had to put $1 in a jar every time you made a correction, you go broke. But if you could save it up after 20 reps and get 20 for 1 versus 1 for 1, you'll be more bang for your buck. Guarantee it. All right, man. That's going to wrap up this episode of the Foul Pole to Foul Pole Daily Show. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. All you guys that are sharing this, man, this thing is blowing up on Spotify, iTunes, wherever, man. Wherever you guys are listening to this thing at, I appreciate it. I know you guys are sharing it because there's more and more listeners every day. This softball podcast is slowly climbing the charts, and it's not because of me. It's because of you guys are finding it and sharing it and doing your thing with it. So appreciate you guys for doing that. If you haven't checked out our blog yet, I'm going to link it down in the description below. Today was a really good one we put out. I think it's already got like 2,500 reads, 2,500 articles, or 2,500 views of the article. And every day we're putting out something over there. If you haven't jumped on the YouTube channel yet, check it out. It's over on YouTube at Foul Pole to Foul Pole, just like the podcast. We're bringing information over there. We're starting to put out some of our video content, not necessarily in podcast form as much, but we are working our videos and getting those out there. I'm going to be doing a lot of react videos. I got some plans in the works to react to some of my favorite drills. I got a lot of buddies that are in the game. They're doing big. They have YouTube channels. So I'm going to grab some of my favorite clips or some of my favorite videos or drills that they're doing, and I'm going to bring those to you as well. And I'm going to let you know kind of my opinion on them, let you know why I think they're great and where I use them at. So if you see these drills out there, and you know, like Josh Cathcart, for instance, that does Hitting Done Right, I use a lot of his drills personally for my kids and then the girls that I hit with, just because his stuff works. And I like the way he breaks down the instruction of it. And there's a lot of good ones out there that he does. So I'm going to do a reacts video of my favorite Hitting Done Right hitting drills, so you guys can check it out and kind of get my perspective on those things too. I hope to have Josh back on the podcast here probably within the next month or so. The dude stays busy. So I'm going to reach out to him, try to get him on the podcast in January for season 5. Season 5 is going to launch the first week of January. I've got some episodes lined up. I've got a lot of good stuff happening here, man. So appreciate everything you guys are doing for me, whether you're just hitting the like button or commenting or subscribing or sharing this stuff. And as always, man, if you're going to share it, please share it with a friend. And when you do, you tell them you love them.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts today and we'll install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.